Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jimena, and here we talk about languages. And Happy New Year! I can't believe it's 2023 already. It's been it went by so fast. I can't believe it. Talking about New Year, one of the most popular goals I see out there for the next year is to learn a new language. And this is great, but sometimes people don't really know how to do this. So today I'm gonna give you some tips, some things you shouldn't do that I've learned from my own mistakes when starting my language learning journey, and I hope they really help you so that you can, start your own language learning journey towards fluency or being a polyglot or whatever you want. So yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about is establishing specific goals. This is really important for you to be able to establish this path towards fluency or whatever level you want to achieve. There's a big difference between just saying I want to be able to have a conversation in French and I want to be able to do an introduction of myself in French. In the other one it's really vague, so you cannot really do something about it. And in the other one, it's easier to create a plan towards that goal. For example, you can say I'm gonna start watching videos, I'm gonna start writing an introduction of myself, I'm going to start learning vocabulary. It's easier to go towards that goal with these steps of being specific. One thing I wanted to talk about is you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes. They are really, really useful in language learning for two things. The first one is they help you to remember information better. For example, if you make a mistake of using the word in the wrong context, then your brain is going to remember that easier. It's going to remember, oh, this doesn't go here, this goes here. And so it's going to be easier for you to be able to use this word in the correct context next time, for example. It also helps you a lot to realize what you have to work on, what topics you're not really understanding very well. And all of these will really help you to establish a routine or select your material or the topics that you have to work on. And it's really useful to establish your path towards fluency. Also, you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Polyglots make mistakes, everyone. So even natives in their own language make mistakes. So you don't have to be worried about that. People that really know the struggles of learning a second language or a language different from your own, they are not going to mock you. They are not going to judge you. They know those struggles. Even natives, natives are going to appreciate the effort that you are putting into learning this language that it's not your own. Mistakes are encouraged. Is one of my favorites, and that is immersion. Immersion is really helpful to be able to interiorize all of the theory that you learn. Grammar, the rules, the conjugation, vocabulary, and context. It helps you a lot to be able to use yourself when it comes to, writing or speaking. And when immersing, you basically just listen to podcasts, watching movies, having a journal. All of this really helps you a lot to be able to use them yourself, what you learn, and also interiorize it. It can be a really fun way to learn when you don't want to do more theory stuff. It really helps you to maintain what you learn already. So it's one of my favorite things ever. Be consistent. It's not about quantity, but more about how. I say it's better if you study at least 10 minutes every day than if you do an hour a week, because this big space your brain is receiving information and just easier to get. especially when you're studying a language, you need to be consistent because you are being exposed to the rules, saying things, the structure. So you need to be consistent to be able to realize, and especially at the beginning, learning is to be able to go into hard stuff or to be able to speak. It's really important to be consistent. It doesn't matter if it's just a little bit of time, even if it's just a small amount of time, it really works. Tell you are learning the base of the language, and this base is going to, it's really necessary to be able to go into harder stuff, or just in this base is really helpful and necessary to be able to learn harder stuff or to speak the language. So it's better to do at least 10 minutes every day, or doing something small like listening to a podcast, reading a few pages of a book in your target language, or writing a few sentences, something like that, but that helps you to be in contact with the language so that you can be able to internalize all this new information in your brain and remember it in the longer run. And remember it in the long run. You have to be constantly motivating yourself. This helps you a lot when learning the language, because sometimes it can be really stressful to just be exposed to all these different things that you don't know, and tiring as well. So it's nice to remember every now and then why you started doing this. I don't know, listen to the song that made you start to learn your target language, or I don't know, see, something that I do, for example, is watch blogs in my target language of that place where the language is spoken, because one of my main motivations is to travel there and speaking with people, or cook a dish from the country where your target language is being used. These small things really helps you a lot to remember the good things that comes to knowing a language. And I just want you to know that it's great that you're doing this. It's not an easy thing to do. It takes discipline. It's basically just navigating the world in a different way. And again, that's a hard thing to do. So props to you for taking this decision and starting learning language. Lots of luck, and yeah, welcome to the language community. That will be it for today. I really hope all of these things help you to start learning your target language. Wish you the best, and until the next one, bye.